Ready when you are.
Good morning. Today I'm here to talk about happiness, but more specifically about satisfaction imposed through us by the media today. And let's start with questioning ourselves. How many times have we watched a commercial and thought that the good or service that this commercial is offering us will be better off than we were 5 seconds before watching it? Girls, how many times have you seen other females that will try everything they can to look like the Victoria's Secret models? And us as men, how many times have we tried or wanted to buy that beautiful pickup truck just to look more manly? Because we all know as men that's the only thing that can make us look manly, right? So today I'm here to cover 3 examples of media getting into our mind to convince us that if we do not do as they tell us, we'll not be as satisfied or happy. First, I will cover commercials and the techniques that they use in the commercials. Then I will cover government and election campaigns. And finally, I will spend some time talking about a holiday like Christmas, how it's turned from a religious festivity into a commercial holiday now. So, some of the information that I also took was from the documentary we all watched, Happiness Is, and a lot of it came from APA.org, which stands for the American Psychological Association, and a little bit from content.time.com. So first off, commercials work on targeting common feelings such as fear and sadness just to get you to convince, but if you do as they tell you on the TV, you can fight those bad feelings. In other words, what they're telling you is if you don't do as they say or don't get this good or service that they're offering, you won't be as good as you are. If we pay a lot of attention to the commercials as well, we can see all the detail they put into it. For example, I wanted to use a Mercedes commercial. More than likely you'll see music that's more tentative or more pleasing to their target market out there, which is ages 30 through ages 30 through 50, because they're more likely the ones who can afford a Mercedes. And computer commercials, you'll see more modern music because their target market is the younger crowd. And let's see, it's very common to also see a product sold by a celebrity or an athlete just to make it more credible, their company, or just to convince the audience that by buying this good or service that they'll be as happy as the famous person. Now moving on to my next topic, during election season we all find ourselves trying to pick a person or party that will lead us, and during those months we're forced and exposed to thousands of ads, on the TV, radio, signs all over town, and debates nonstop. So what studies have shown is that most of the citizens barely know what a party or person stands for, but what they know is what they stand against, and they only know why they should not be voting for them. In fact, when we watch it, going back to the commercials and election campaigns, they play mostly on fear to get you to vote against a certain person. And interesting fact as well, during the 2012 elections, $3 billion alone were used just for TV broadcasting. My last topic I'm going to talk about, December the 25th. It represents the birth of Jesus, but most of us tend to forget it or just put it aside as a second thought or put it on the back burner. Christmas is now a commercial holiday, and it's supposed to bring joy and happiness, which is a good thing, but it's mostly nowadays created by material objects. At least that's what it seems like. And while most of us think Christmas is a time to get together and get with family and spend time with people we enjoy, a lot of people actually complain about what they're getting and that they just think they deserve more. So the purpose of having something just for the result of bringing joy is slowly vanishing these days, and people tend to not appreciate that a person has actually gone out of their way, out of their time to get them something, spend money on them. A lot of kids these days think they deserve more than what they got. And Black Friday, for example, is commercialism at its best. It's a holiday created just for Christmas alone. They created a big shopping holiday where people fight to get products at a lower price. Do you guys all remember Furbies? I read this article back when Furbies were popular. There's this guy who wanted to get his daughter a Furby for Christmas. So he went to the Toys R Us there, ended up getting trampled to death and dying over a Furby that might have been 50% off. So that's how people crazy get. That's how crazy people get. Well, the reason why Friday exists is solely because of Christmas. But in conclusion, we talked about the commercials and how they influence our life, and the key is to not let them get into our thoughts. And we need to understand that happiness doesn't come from material things, but it comes from the inside of us. Political elections can try to drive fear into us as well if we do not decide to vote for a certain person, but we need to do our own research and be the decision makers of our own. And Christmas should be a holiday about joy and happiness, and we should keep the tradition of giving out presents, but that should not be the only reason for celebrations. And we should celebrate our lives and people that we have in it with us. We need to teach our kids this concept before it's too late. And happiness comes from the inside of each one of us, and people that surround us, people we see on a daily basis, people we love. Happiness shouldn't be bought or sold by a good product.